Okay, I'm so excited to film this video. I have been wanting to film this for weeks and I just feel like it's going to be life-changing. So, are you ready? Hi lovelies, welcome back to my home office. So last week I showed you my organized desk tour and some fun DIYs, but today I'm going to show you my entire home office, and the reason for that is I have completely flipped the orientation of this room. I have added some different things in, I've removed a couple of things, I've made some really significant changes, and these changes are inspired by a lot of the learnings that I have acquired about Feng Shui. So I'm not a Feng Shui master, but I will share with you some really great resources and people that I have been following, because this has been, personally and career-wise, very, very significant changes happening. So I'm just going to get straight into it, and I really encourage you to then have a look at your own workspace and apply some of these tips because I really think that they work. So let's get started. All right, so let's start with my desk and the orientation of my desk. So if you remember the old orientation, I actually had my back to the doorway. And according to the Feng Shui principles that I have been learning, and one person I highly recommend you go and follow is Marie Diamond. So she is a Feng Shui master. She's got some great courses through Mind Valley and some online free webinars on YouTube as well, which I've been watching. So the reason I flipped the orientation of my desk is it's all about the power position. In having your desk facing the door, facing the entranceway, you have to think about it this way. What comes through doors? People and opportunities. So you're essentially welcoming in more opportunities into your work life. And it's really crazy. But since I completely changed around my workspace and the orientation, I have noticed a positive impact on my career. Now, that could just be a coincidence. I don't know, but I thought I would just let you all know that. So that's one thing that I've done with my desk. Another thing is actually what I've put on my desk. I know I shared a little bit about this in my last video, but I didn't actually go into the reasons why certain things are on my desk. So when you think about abundance, there are different colors that reflect this concept of abundance, mainly gold and silver. So I didn't just put any of my stationery on my desk. I chose my gold scissors, my gold pen, and I've also added a gold bulldog clip so that it reflects more abundance on my desk. Now, again, I have kept it very minimal, decluttered. I did want to add my little house plants because it's adding more life to this space. But otherwise, that's really all that I have on my desk, and a really nice crystal because I know that a clear quartz is positive energy. So who doesn't want positive energy? A couple other things that I learned about the optimal desk though, and this doesn't really apply to me, but it might apply to you. The size of the desk and what it's made of. So a desk that is too small, it's like you don't have enough space or enough room to welcome enough projects and opportunities. It needs to be the right size to accommodate for your work. And a desk that's too big, it could make you feel like you're overwhelmed and you've got too many things, and maybe you're even more inclined to pile more things onto your desk physically, which will overwhelm you and just add clutter. So be mindful of the size of your desk and then what it's made of. A wooden desk is really strong. If you think about wood, it's a really strong material. So is, I don't know, stainless steel. But if you have a glass top desk, glass can shatter. It's not actually that sturdy. So you want to be doing your work on a really strong foundation. So maybe that applies to you, and if so, maybe consider updating or revamping your desk. All right, so if I can get my phone out of my back pocket, one thing I wanted to share with you is, as I was mentioning Marie Diamond, she has an app. And again, I thought this was really interesting. It's all about discovering your number. So in Feng Shui, depending on, I think it's your birth date, we all have a different Feng Shui number, and then that number influences where in the room certain things are going to be beneficial for you. So I'll go into that in a second. But essentially, you download the app. I think it's just the Marie Diamond app. and it has a compass on the app. So I don't know if you can see that, but basically, depending on your number, that compass will be a little bit different. So for me, I know that, let's see, if I stand with my phone here, okay, over in this direction, southwest, is my direction for success, whereas in this direction of northwest, it's my direction for health. So that's why I flipped this orientation and I put my little armchair here and made this my little Zen corner. So I can come and do my mindfulness meditation and breathing. I didn't want to mix so much spiritual stuff into my place of work because, again, your place of work should be just for that and not have lots of photos of family and other things that are going to distract you. So I just have a couple of different affirmation cards and my self-love journal and 2 amethyst crystals, a little plant. This is mainly just to hide all of the cables in this corner because that's not very zen. And yeah, just my favorite cozy blankets. And of course, this is also a shared Zen den with Winston. So that's his little dog bed. All right, so now on to another corner of this room, and I love it. It's actually a corner that I never thought of creating until I started learning more about Feng Shui, and I'm still such a beginner at it. But one of the things I was really intrigued to have discovered is that Feng Shui draws on the 3 principles of manifestation. So if you think about wanting to create and attract new positive things into your life, there are 3 channels of doing that. Don't quote me on this, but I think this is what it is. So there's visualizing, there's also gratitude and affirmations, but then there's your physical space, your surroundings that allow you to be the receiver of opportunities, which is why I have created it's called a success altar. I feel like the word altar is a little bit strange to me because I think about that as a concept from the biblical times, but it is a success corner. Let's go with that. So I have my vision board over here. Now I do need to hang it. As I mentioned, Adam and I are moving and we're also not really meant to put hooks in the walls at a rental. So at the moment it's on the ground, although I don't feel like that is really Feng Shui-y. It's not very aligned with those principles. It should be hanging, so it will be hanging very shortly. Anyway, onto this area here. This is my little success corner, minus my cup. So over here, I've added my high school survival guide, my very first book that I wrote. If you haven't already grabbed your copy, I'll leave it as a link down below and you can grab it off of Amazon, Book Depository, Booktopia, and leading bookstores. But that's my baby. And I have a little house plant just for life. And again, gold resembles abundance, so I put a little gold pen over here. Now, here's a little manifestation trick. So these are some of my favorite books and favorite authors who are very successful in their field. And I have popped a copy of the High School Survival Guide right in there with all of them because you have to visualize it in order to see it and also create that physical aspect of manifestation. So that's my little success area for my book. And then my stationery in hard copy, because as you know, I have digital planners as well. And look who can just sense the positive energy in the room. Hi, Winsty. Did you just wake up from your nap? Oh, you did. Oh, yes. You give everyone your back. Do you want to say hi? Not really. Oh, well. Anyway, so this is my little success corner, and you might like to do the same whether you are starting your own business or you want to display your awards. I could actually have my 100,000K sub YouTube plaque here, but I liked it on my desk, so I've just made my success altar using these things instead. But I just love it because we so often forget all of our amazing achievements, and we should celebrate them over and over again and be reminded of how amazing we are and capable we are. So, you know, even if it's not necessarily because you want to adopt these Feng Shui principles, yes, buddy, I just think it's a really nice way to celebrate your own achievements and really encourage you to do the same. So comment down below if this video has inspired you to make some changes to your workspace and flip some things around in your room. And if you have heard of Feng Shui or you know a little bit about it or any great resources, then let me know in the comments as well. As I said, I am not a Feng Shui master, but I just found it really interesting, and I've noticed some really positive changes in my work life, and even just the space itself feels more open and airy and just a nicer place to be. And I do think that after working from home for a year and all of these extended lockdowns, it starts to get a little bit stale, so it's nice to just change things up as well. So hope you all enjoyed this video, and I know Winston's ready for me to finish filming. So I hope you loved it. Make sure to subscribe, follow me on Instagram at StudyWithJess, and I'll see you all next week with another video. Mwah! Bye.